Hello Maya lovers! In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the VRay user attributes in order to randomize the color of your instance Phoenix volumes. This way, you get really great creative control of each and every instance while still keeping your memory footprint low because you're using instances. So let's stop talking and show you how this works. In here, I have simulated a large-scale smoke simulation preset. So if I scrub the timeline, this is what I get. So what I did is just create a sphere with a radius of 25. Then I went to the Phoenix FD menu and simulated the large-scale smoke preset. I did it ahead of time because in this case, we'll be focusing on the rendering part. But if you want to learn more about simulations, you can check my other videos on my channel or visit the Phoenix documentation portal right here. Okay, so let's get started. First, I will go to my VRay menu and create a VRay Sun, like so. Then let's change the intensity to 0.04, and we'll adjust the horizon offset to 50, so our horizon won't cut the middle of our render. Then I'll create a VRay Sky, and let's do a quick test render. This is what we get. Okay, so far so good. So what I want to do is select my simulator. Oops. And if I go under the rendering rollout and under smoke color, in here, I will disable the volume light cache. In this case, we're using the progressive image sampler, and the volume light cache will slow it down a bit. So now, if I do a render, it should be way faster. Okay, so what we can do now is let's go under our edit menu and create duplicate special. Click on the window in here to choose the options, and in here we can make an instance. So make sure that the geometry types the instance, and let's create a duplicate special. So this way we have a duplicate of our simulator, but all of the information is loaded from our original. And what's great about instances is that I can create 100 instances, and all of them will be loaded only once in memory. And this way, we can create really large scenes and use the remaining memory for textures or other type of geometry. Okay, so far so good. But if I do a render now, I get two identical copies. And if I go in here and with the second simulator selected, change the color, for example, like this, and do a test render, you'll see that both still have the same color. That's because we're using an instance, and all of the settings of each instance copy are shared with our original. So what we can do about that? In this case, we can use the VRay user attributes and assign a different attribute to each instance, and then this will drive our color variation. Let's see how this works. I will go in here first and make our color white. So this way it will be easier to see what's going on. And let's say that we want to make this second instance red, for example. I will go in here and select my Phoenix FD Sim 2. This is the transform for our simulator. And under attributes, I will go VRay user attributes. This popped in here, this extra VRay attributes menu in here. And then we need to specify a name for our user attribute. In this case, I will use my color, but you can give it whatever you like, candy or a test or whatever you like. The word doesn't matter. Then we need to specify a value for it. And in this case, we want color. So we need to specify values for red, green, and blue. And we want to make our volume red. So let's go equals 1. So it will be red, 0 for the green, and 0 for the blue color. Then if I do a render, you'll see that besides bold volume being white, nothing else happened. That's because we need to tell our simulator to read the data from our user attribute. So what we need to do is go in here, and I will click on the modulate checkbox, and then from the square in here, I will type user color but we'll just drop the selection so that it won't search only in these sections here. So let's pick VRay user color. And in here, we need to specify the name for our user attribute that we set a bit earlier. So let's type my color. And in here, you can see a cheat sheet of the format that you need to specify for your user color attribute. We already did that. And now what will happen is it will read our user attribute and it will multiply it with this color. That's because we're using the modulate checkbox. And now if I do a render in here, you notice that our volume turned to red, and this one became a bit darker because by default the value for the attribute is 0.5. So what I can do if I want this to be white, I can go in here and give this one another color. So I can say my color, and I can give it a value of 1, 1, 1. So 1 for red, 1 for green, 1 for blue. So this will be white. And then if I go in here, our volume became white. And the cool thing is that we can add even more. So if I select this one, go edit, duplicate special, create another instance, move it to the side like this, and let's make this one green. So I will type 0 for red, 1 for green, and 0 for blue. And if we do a render, we get a green one. And the really cool thing is that these volumes are still instances. So the other options will control all of the instances. So if I go under smoke opacity, for example, and lower the opacity like this, so very, very tiny, and if we do a render, we see that the opacity changed for all 3 of them, but the color still remains. And here, this is a nice GI. Oh, so this is the shadow from the volume. If I move it like this, it won't cast shadow, right? Yes. This is how you can use the VRay user attributes to drive the color of your instanced Phoenix volumes. I hope this video was useful. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want to see next in the comments. Thanks a lot, guys, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.